Hello friends, welcome to Civil Services Diagnostic Test 1 analysis. The breakup of topic is as follows. History, art and culture there were 19 questions. Polity there were 14 questions. Geography there were 17 questions. Ecology and environment 10 questions. Economy 9 questions. Science and technology 29. Social welfare and miscellaneous there were 2. So this was the overall breakup, and we can see from here that science and technology the number of questions were maximum 29, and after that there were history, art and culture questions 19 questions and geography 17. So this way the breakup of this mock was there. Now coming to question 1, consider the following statements with regard to permanent settlement system of land revenue. The 4 statements are given, we have to find which are incorrect. So in this to attempt this question, we should know the what is this permanent settlement system, or the knowledge about the revenue system implemented by the Britishers should be known. So this system, as we know, there were 3 systems of revenue collection by Britishers. One was this permanent settlement, second was Rayotwadi settlement, and third was Mehalwadi. So the main difference between permanent settlement and this Mehalwadi system was that in permanent, a Jamidar was responsible for the revenue collection, whereas in the case of Mehalwadi, village headman was responsible for revenue collection. And moreover, the revenue demand was fixed in case of permanent settlement and was not to be increased in future, whereas in case of Mehalwadi system, this demand was to be reviewed periodically. So if we see the options, we will see that answer is C. 4 only is incorrect, because this is not the reason for adoption of the permanent settlement system. The 4th option says that Lord Cornwallis had adopted this settlement to teach a lesson to the peasants of India. This is incorrect statement. So the answer is C. 4 only. So while preparing for civil services prelims exam, the factual information is the utmost required, and moreover the context of the information also plays a role while answering the questions. So if one knows the context, they can easily attempt the questions. And moreover, apart from the newspapers like Hindu and Indian Express, we should also be thorough with the basic textbooks of NCERT. So this basic textbook of NCERT will give a knowledge about what are the nitty-gritties of historical facts like the ancient India, medieval and modern India, and what were the context in which the historical events took place. So it is required. So now coming to question 6. This is from economy section. So what we will do, that we will take few questions out of this 100 questions, and we will see what are these questions and try to understand the level of difficulty in them. See, the questions can be broadly described or categorized into 2 parts. One is the static information or factual, and second is the conceptual information. So conceptual information should be more, students should try to be conceptually clear, because many times the facts may change, but if the concepts of the students are correct, then they can easily attempt that question and score marks. So now coming to question 6, according to the Union Budget 2010-11, headline inflation is on downwards trajectory since April 2010. Now we have to tell which statement is correct regarding headline inflation. So 2 statements are given. In this, both these statements are correct about headline inflation. So what is the first statement? It may not present an accurate picture of the current state of the economy. Second, it is affected by areas of market which may experience sudden inflationary spikes such as food or energy. So we can say that it does not present an accurate picture of the state of economy. So both statements are correct. So answer is C, both 1 and 2. Similarly, if we see the question 7, this is basically about the science and technology section and about space research. Like geostationary satellites, they have given 4 statements. We have to find which are correct. So if we see the this question, before attempting this question, one should know what is geostationary satellite. If a student is not able to understand the question or the basic concept is not known, then they should try avoiding the attempt of the question rather than doing a guesswork, because there is a negative mark in the question paper, in this diagnostic test, as well as in the actual UPSC paper. So while attempting question, one should be very thorough with the things. Now coming to the question, in this the first statement, it is a communication satellite which revolves from east to west direction of the earth. This statement is incorrect, and rest statements are correct. They are about technical details about the geostationary satellite. Why the first statement is correct? Though it is a communication satellite, but it revolves from west to east, not from east to west. And the orbital period is same as the Earth's rotation period. So it is the other way around. So answer is C, 2, 3 and 4. Now coming to question 12. Consider the following proposals mentioned in the August offer 1940. So this is from Modern India, and if we see the subtopic, we can say it is from India's freedom struggle. So in this India's freedom struggle, the period from after the start of Second World War till 1947, this is of utmost importance, because the sequence of events or the events per se, they give a glimpse how we achieved our independence. So the events of this particular period after 1939 to 1947, this a student should be very thorough with for attempting the questions in this area. So if we see the question 12, it talks about August offer 1940. So what is this August offer? This was given by the Lord Linlithgow. And what was the offer? In this, we have to find which are incorrect statement. So first statement is correct, second was also correct, third statement is incorrect because the weight to minority opinion was not ignored. Moreover, we can say that they had a bias, Britishers had a bias towards the minority opinion, more so the Muslim League. That's why all the talks which were going on, they failed, because that was totally unacceptable to the Indian National Congress. And so the statement third is incorrect. So answer is C, 3 only. Question 13 is about El Nino effect. That is totally a, we can say, concept. Then question 14, that is about the apogee kick. That is from space research. Now coming to question 15, it talks about money multiplier. Question is, which of the following statements does not inculcate a feature of money multiplier? So one should, to attempt such question, one should be thorough with the concept or the economic terms which are there in our textbooks, because many times we have read this the term money multiplier in the banking sector, but the actual meaning, or we can say the fundamentals of the concept should be known. So what is this money multiplier? This is basically a, we can say, a it measures the maximum amount of commercial bank money that can be created by a given unit of central bank money. Means if central bank is giving some money, then how much times the increase a bank can do in that money, that is the money multiplier. And this shows the total amount of loans that commercial banks are allowed to extend, or we sometimes also say them at credit multiplier. So keeping that in our mind, we can say that option D does not indicate resemblance to money multiplier. What does option D say? That the multiplier is the multiple by which the expansion in the money supply is equal to the increase in the monetary base. This is not true. Rest A, B, C are true. So answer is D. Now question 16 is about science specifics. They have asked about two gases. We have to identify these gases. So fundamental question. Then question 17, it is from revolt of 1857. That is also very we can say basic or conceptual question. Means along with the events, one should also know the context. Then question 18, this is about the modern India itself, but about the coming of Europeans to India, Portuguese, the rule of Portuguese. It talks about why they indulged in human cruelties and lawlessness, and what were the reason. The question is, which of the following factors was not a cause for the territorial control? A option looks dicey because they did not had any relation with Southeast Asia, or if they had, that did not was a reason for their territorial Indian territorial control. Rest B, C, D are okay because they enjoyed the control over high seas. Their soldiers and administrators maintained strict discipline, and they did not have to face the might of Mughal Empire, as South India was outside Mughal influence. So rest are fine. A is a problematic, so answer is A for question 18. Now coming to question 19, this talks, it is from geography area. It talks about the origin of Himalayan rivers and what are the cause about meander formation. So this is also a conceptual question. Now question 20 is about plan holiday economics. One should know what is plan holiday. Now coming to question 21, it talks about ecology and environment. Means despite low warming potential of carbon dioxide among major global warming gases, it is still one of the most important greenhouse gas. What is the basis of it? So why so what is the basis? The three reasons are given. We have to see which is correct. So answer, what is the correct answer? It is all are reasons for the global warming. This carbon dioxide is reason for global warming because rising emission of carbon dioxide, most abundant greenhouse gas, and Then high average time of presence in stratosphere. So answer is D. 20T is about basic science. To study, to have a grip over these type of topics, you should be thorough with NCERT textbooks of 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 class. Question 23, it talks about what is skyscraper index. So what is skyscraper index? Basically this type of index, this was given by Andrew Lawrence in January 1999, and it showed that world's tallest buildings have risen on the eve of economic downturns. So we can say that whenever the economic crisis is there, then the this tall building come up. So if we see the options, D is right. It is a concept which explains that investment in skyscraper peaks when cyclical growth is exhausted and the economy is ready for recession. Thus it is a predictor of economic crisis, not boom. Question 24 is about land revenue policy in British India. So this is also a basic conceptual question. Question 25 is about Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers, and so geography, basic conceptual question. Question 26 is about special drawing rights. So this is from economic area. So what are special SDRs? They are supplementary foreign exchange reserve assets defined and maintained by International Monetary Fund, not by World Bank. So first is incorrect, second and third are correct. So answer is C, 2 and 3 only. Then question 27 is about planet system. 28 is again about the British rule in India, socio-cultural policy. Then 29, that is about tropical cyclones and their role in the Indian climate. So this is also conceptual question which can be easily attempted if you are thorough with the NCERT books. And when another book by for physical geography by Go Cho Leong, that is also fine while understanding this type of physical geography topics. So question 29 answer is D, all are incorrect about the tropical cyclones. Question 30th, that is from ecology and environment. The question is asking about ecological pyramids. So this is basic question, and NCERT books can be quite handy while you are studying ecology and environment. Then this is about question 31 is about a, we can say, application based question of basic science. A vendor sells peanuts in a lift operating in a multi-story building. He uses spring balance to measure the weight of the peanuts and desires to make the maximum possible profit by weighing less. To accomplish his profit, he must measure the weight while the lift is moving upward with a constant acceleration, because a body gets weight in a lift while traveling upward, and during the uplift, we can say the upward motion of the lift, the measurement of the weight of peanuts apparently results more than its actual weight. So answer is B. Now coming to question 32, this is again about the Indian freedom struggle and about events of 1857. Question 33, this is from polity area about National Council for Land Reforms. We have to see which statement is not correct. While reading this, the information in the questions, one should be very alert whether the examiner is asking we have to identify correct statement or incorrect statement. Incorrect statement, because many times we know the concept, but if we are not okay with the, or we have just taken the directions as granted, then we can attempt a wrong answer and lose the marks. So the direction of the question is of utmost importance in UPSC prelims exam. So here we have to see which is not correct. So answer is B. This National Council for Land Reforms, that is basically chaired by Prime Minister and not by the Home Minister, though it comprises the Chief Ministers of 10 states. So answer is B. B is incorrect. Then 34 is about geography area, about monsoon. In geography, physical geography, monsoon climate, you should be very much thorough with the monsoon and the climate thing, because many times we see that 2 to 3 questions can come in a single paper in UPSC. So the conceptual clarity about how the monsoon starts, which are the areas where the effect is felt more, and what are the factors which are responsible to increase the monsoon or decrease the monsoon, what is the role of jet streams, what is the area where monsoons reaches the last. So these should be read well for attempting UPSC questions. Then question 35 is talking about Bharat Nirman Yojana. As we know, Bharat Nirman Yojana was started by previous UPA government, and it had indicators in major social sector. So in this, you know, the above 3 options, they are component of Bharat Nirman Yojana, but 4th is not correct, because instead of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, it is Ministry of Rural Development, which has the responsibility of ensuring all weather roads for every village over 1000 population in plains. So 4th is incorrect. Answer is C. 1, 2 and 3 only. Now coming to question 36, this is talking about Kyoto Protocol. So this is from ecology and environment area, and the Kyoto Protocol, you know, it was started in 1992, and the main emphasis of Kyoto Protocol was to bring the overall emissions level 2 degrees less than the 1992 level, and it has provided 3 flexible mechanisms such as CDM, JI and emissions trading to reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases. So we have to see what are these mechanisms, and accordingly we have to identify which is incorrect statement. So in this, only the 3rd statement stands incorrect. Why? Because the emissions reduction produced by clean development mechanism or are called certified emissions reduction, that is CERs, and reductions produced by joint implementations are called emissions reduction unit, ERUs, and the reductions are called credits because they are emissions reductions credited against a hypothetical baseline of emissions. So CERs and ERUs can be sold through emissions trading. Answer is C. 3rd only is incorrect. Question 37 is again about the Indian freedom struggle. Question 38 is about Indian Councils Act 1909 from modern India. Then question 39 is about snow leopards, ecology and environment, because this we should know about which are the animals which are in danger of extinction, which are vulnerable and which are endangered species, and what are the steps being taken by national as well as the international governments. So keeping that in view, snow leopard, what they are moderately large cat native to mountain ranges of South Asia and Central Asia. So what is given in option? It is talking about North America. So first is incorrect. If we see by deduction also, if first is incorrect, we can, the options only C is there where first is not there. So by this logically also we can see that answer is C. Rest second and third are correct. So answer is C. Question 40, it is talking about jet lag. If you happen to go to any other travel abroad, you might be familiar with jet lag. What is jet lag? It basically when we travel from one time zone to another time zone. For example, I am going from India to US, from Delhi to Chicago. I am going on a flight. So the time as we cross different time zones, so the as we reach the place where we are going, if that has different time zone, then we will feel a certain rhythmic disturbances in our body. This is called a jet lag. Or if we want to define, then it is a physiological condition which results from alterations to the body's circadian rhythms and is resulted from rapid long distance transmeridian travel. So answer is D. And we can also say that it is a temporary disorder which can generally go after 3 or 4 days. Then we become normal to that time zone. And there may be fatigue, insomnia and other symptoms. Now coming to question 41, it is again from Science and Technology about TFT monitors and plasma display panel. To attempt such type of questions, you should be thorough. What is TFT monitor and what is plasma display panel? So thin film transistor liquid crystal display, जैसे TFT LCD is a variant of LCD, and this uses thin film transistor, that is TFT technology, to improve image quality, whereas this plasma display panel, that is a flat panel display in which small cells containing electrically charged ionized gases are used. So answer is A. A rightly defines the difference between the TFT monitors and plasma display panel. Coming to question 42, this is again about events of India's freedom struggle, administrative changes that were done by the Britishers. 43 is about polity. Constitution talks about which is not a feature of Constitution of India. So at the commencement of Constitution there was two-tier government system in India, but after 73rd and 74th amendment, now we have a three-tier system, that is center, state and local bodies. So if we see which is not a feature of Constitution of India, we can say C. Question 44 is about geography, warm front and cold front. Conceptual question. Question 45. After carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide is the second largest contributor to air pollution. This is correct statement, and second is also correct. So both are correct statements. 46. This is from science area. 47 is about probiotics. We can say again science, but more about the application based. Then 48, it is about history, conceptual question. Then 49, it is about polity, principle of natural justice. It means everyone must be provided an equal chance to be produced before law, which is the basic feature of the fundamental right to equality before law. So answer is A. Principle of natural justice is vested in right to equality before law. Then question 50, consider the following statements. Two statements are given. These are about definitions in ecological glossary. We can say if you should know what are the basic terms used in ecology. If you know, then you can easily attempt this question. The first statement in this is correct. The second is incorrect, because you know ecotopes, these are smallest ecologically distinct landscape features in a landscape mapping and classification system. The definition given here is incorrect. So answer is C. Now coming to question 51. So this question 51, so two statements are given about carbon dioxide. For first is for fires involving electrical equipment and inflammable materials like petrol, water is the best extinguisher. This is incorrect. Second, carbon dioxide works like a fire extinguisher only when things like wood and paper are on fire. This statement is also incorrect, because generally carbon dioxide is used as fire extinguisher for fires involving electrical equipments and inflammable materials like petrol, and generally water is used for extinguishing fire in wood and paper. So it is the other way around. So both statements are incorrect. So answer is D. So question 52 is about diabetics. What is type 1, type 2, and what are the hormones? So answer of this question is D. Only third is incorrect. First and second are other way rounds. Then 53rd is about Arya Samaj movement. Three statements are given about the movement, and we have to find which are correct statements. So in this, the first statement is correct, the third is correct, the second is incorrect, because the Arya Samajist did not supported the rigidities of hereditary caste system, and but we know that they gave a functional orientation to the caste system. They told that as the work you are doing, so the caste you would belong to. So they did not supported the rigidities of the hereditary caste system. So first and third are correct, second is incorrect. So answer is B, 1 and 3 only. 54 is about polity, so basic concept or constitution. 55 is about the science. A spring is compressed and fixed between two ends of a clamp, thus the work done is stored in spring in the form of potential energy. So you should know the difference between the kinetic energy and potential energy and the applications of both. So easily you can find these concepts in NCERT books, textbooks of 10th class. So coming to question 56, this is from science again, but more ecology oriented. The major use of chloroform nowadays is in the production of freon refrigerant R22. So this statement is correct. Second is also correct. Third, the antiseptic properties of iodoform are due to liberation of free iodine and not due to iodoform itself. This is also correct. Fourth, is incorrect. Why? If we know what is this Freon 12, Freon 12 is one of the most common freons in industrial use, and which is manufactured by tetrachloromethane by Schwartz reaction. These are usually produced for aerosol propellants, refrigeration and air conditioning purposes, and most of this freon, even that used in refrigeration, eventually make its way into atmosphere where it diffuses unchanged into the stratosphere. So it is not troposphere. So fourth is incorrect. Answer is A, 1, 2 and 3 only. 57 is from 18th century events history. So the decline of Mughal Empire and the coming of Europeans. 58 is from polity area, conceptual question. 59 is from geography. So the river and the drainage system. So what this question is? In a drainage system, the streams flowing in opposite direction to the master constituent are called subsequent streams. Is this correct? This is not correct. Why? Because the streams flowing in opposite direction to the master constituent are called obsequent streams, whereas the streams originating after master constituent stream and following the axis of anticlines or ridges and the strikes of beds are called subsequent streams. Second is true. So answer is B, 2 only. Then 60, banking ombudsman scheme economy. This is basically static area. This you can find in any India yearbook if you are reading. Then 61, this is from ecology and environment. Consider the following statements in regard to ghadial. So ghadial, you know, they are one form of alligator. So it is the only surviving member of family Gavialidae. Project to breed and rehabilitate gharials is being undertaken at Odisha's Chitwan National Park. This statement is incorrect because Chitwan National Park is the first national park of Nepal, not of Odisha. So answer is A, 1 only. Coming to 62, what is the reason behind the largely success of mammals on earth? So this is from ecology itself. Success of mammals is largely due to their ability to maintain body temperature and thrive whether they live in Antarctica or in Sahara Desert. So answer is D. 63, BMI, body mass index. So we have to see which statement is correct about them. So it is the ratio between any individual's body weight divided by the square of his or her height, but it does not measure the percentage of body fat, and also this is also not considered as an accurate indicator of body fat, and the formula is a unit of measure of kilogram per meter square. So answer is 63, D. 64 is from again Rayatwadi settlement, land revenue system. 65 is fundamental duties, conceptual question. 66 is SEBI. So you should know what are the new areas in which the regulatory bodies of India like SEBI, IRDA are working, and what are the new thing. So current based questions are of utmost important in UPSC, so one should be should follow the business and economy updates thoroughly. And this is from Red Rain ecology area. Then dihydrogen is used in fuel cells for generating electrical energy, and it has many advantages over the conventional fossil fuels because it does not produce any pollution and release greater energy per unit mass of fuel in comparison to that of gasoline and other fuels. So answer is A. Then rain fade is associated with, answer is D. It can be caused by precipitation at the uplink or downlink location. Question 70. This is about Indian civil services started by the British rule and what were the options. So you can follow this in any NCERT books. Answer is D. 71. This is about fundamental rights which are enshrined in the Constitution of India. We have to find which are incorrect statement. So the reading the guidelines is or the directions is of utmost importance in civil services prelims. You should read them thoroughly before attempting any question. Take 10 seconds more, but read the guidelines thoroughly, because if that is incorrect, your knowledge itself about the subject will not help you. So the we say the presence of mind should be cultivated by the aspirants while reading the questions as well as the directions. So here they are asking which is incorrect statement. So 71, only first statement is incorrect. Any executive order which violates the fundamental rights can be declared void by any court in India. It is not in fundamental rights. Only the High Court or Supreme Court can give directions, not the any other court. Lower courts cannot give any directions to state or individual regarding the infringement of fundamental rights. So answer is A, one only. Second and third are correct. Question 72 is about basic science. What is the salinity about Indian Ocean and salinity per se. So in this second statement is incorrect, so answer is A. 73 is Bhakra Nangal project. This is situated on Satluj river. So first statement is incorrect, rest are correct, so answer is C. Consider the following statements about synthesis gas or syngas. Syngas is a mixture of carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. So answer is B, 2, 3 and 4. First statement is incorrect. Then 75, answer is D. Both statements are incorrect. Why? Because electricity in India is 240 volt, not 120 volt, and it is alternating at 50 cycles per second. In the question it is written 60 hertz. While in United States we find that it is of 120 volts, not 240 volts, and it is alternating at 60 cycles per second. So the information has been juggled up. Answer is D, neither 1 nor 2. Then 76 is of modern in India. It is basically conceptual question. 77 history, geography question, very conceptual. 78 is from science and ecology. In this, the second statement is incorrect, first is correct. Why? Because the organisms which can tolerate and thrive in a wide range of temperatures are called as eurythermal. So the information has been mixed up. Answer is A, one only. 79 is again of science, food preservatives, basic science. This you can easily read in NCERT books. 80 is talking about biometric recognition system. So what is this in this? This iris scanning and retinal scanning are not the same. They are different technology. Keeping that in mind, we can say that the fourth option is not true. The first, second and third are true. 81 is from civil disobedience movement. the Indian national struggle. Answer of this is B. The first statement is incorrect. Why? The first statement is incorrect because during CDM, that is Civil Disobedience Movement, an agitation arose in Assam against the Cunningham Circular, which was released to force the students and their guardians to furnish assurance of good behavior. Answer is B, 2 only. 82 is about Panchayati Raj system. So we have to find which are incorrect statement. So see, the guidelines here have changed. It is incorrect statement we have to find. So what are the incorrect statements? Only the third statement is incorrect here. Panchayati Raj was introduced for first time in 1959 in Nagaur district of Rajasthan. This is incorrect. Why? Sorry, this is correct statement. Rest 3, 1, 2 and 4 are incorrect. So answer is C, 1, 2 and 4. That's why the reading the guidelines is very confusing, but if we understand them well, then we can crack the question easily. Because we know PRI or Panchayati Raj system, they came into mainstream on the recommendations of Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, which was appointed in 1957, and Ashok Mehta Committee was formed in 1977, and they told that we have to create these organizations at 2 levels, not on 1 level but 2 level, and the minimum age to become a member of panchayat is 21 years, not 18 years. So answer is C. Then 83, this is from geography area, the climate of different areas. 84 is from strip cropping, again geography. 85 is conceptual, or we can say applied area. Siren of an ambulance and whistle of train are listened up to a far distance sharply in a hot and moist season than a cold and dry season. And what are the reasons for responsible for this phenomena? It is speed of sound waves increases on increasing temperature of the medium. This is true. Speed of sound waves increase on increasing the density of the medium. So answer is C, both 1 and 2. Standing crop. Standing crop is mass of living material at a particular time at each tropic level. So answer is D. 87 is from Indian freedom struggle. 88 is from Constitution. This is also conceptual question. 89 economy, about duty drawback scheme. These are schemes which are help in the overall import and export of the commodities. So these are generally to promote exports. So what is that scheme? Here the custom duty and excise duty, both paid on input used in export production, reimbursed to the exporter by the government. So keeping that in mind, we can say that the first statement is incorrect, the second is true. So answer is B, 2 only. Coming to 90, Convention on Biological Diversity sets principle for fair and equitable sharing of benefits arising from the use of genetic resources, notably those destined for commercial use. So this is true. CBD also covers the rapidly expanding field of biotechnology through its Cartagena Protocol on biosafety. This is also true. The environment protection is only enshrined in Article 48A of the Constitution of India. This is not true because they are also enshrined in the 51AG. So answer is A, 1 and 2 only. So while reading the or we can say the studying for this ecology section, you should also be familiar with the different treaties and protocols which are done on the national as well as international level. So here we can say Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety. This one should try to understand what is there and what are the aim and objective of these treaties, and more so what is the implementation stage of these treaties. Means whether India has ratified them or joined the convention, what is the actual status, one should try know that, so that one can have the information to do the question correctly. So answer of question 90 is A. Question 91 is about applied aspect of science. A common decorative lamp is available in market, we know, with fine plastic fibers with their three fired ends forming a fountain like structure. The other end of the lamp is fixed over an electric lamp. When the lamp is switched on, the light travels from bottom of each fiber and appears at the tip of its free end as the dot light. Which of the following phenomena is the principle of this lamp? You know, this is the principle of total internal reflection, option D. And how this has been achieved? This has been achieved by purification and special preparation of materials such as quartz. In silica glass fibers, it is possible to transmit more than 95% of the light over a fiber length of 1 kilometer. So you can see through the process of total internal reflection, the length of the great distance can be covered by the light. So answer is D. Question 92, catalytic converters having expensive metals, namely platinum, palladium and rhodium as the catalyst, are fitted into automobiles for reducing emission of poisonous gases. Which of the following statements are correct regarding catalytic converters? Those who know this process of catalytic converter, they only should attempt this type of question, because this is very specific and we can say the level of difficulty is the most difficult level. So until and unless one is okay with the concept, one should not try to attempt such questions. So while the benefit of this analysis is that you should know which questions you should attempt and which questions you should not attempt, because there is a negative marking in the question paper. So until and unless you can figure out the difference between the attemptable or non-attemptable, you cannot succeed in this examination. So this is such question where a specific information has been asked. So until and unless you are okay with the thing, you should not attempt. So answer of this question is C, 1, 2 and 4 only. The third statement is not correct. Why? Because in a catalytic converter, the exhaust is passed through a spray of water or lime and it can remove gases like sulfur dioxide in a scrubber. So this is about question 92. Question 93 is about the geography. Rudra Sagar drainage development scheme in Uttarakhand. Statement first is wrong, because this scheme is in Tripura, not in Uttarakhand. Second is fine. So answer is B, 2 only. Question 94, Tripuri crisis is again Indian freedom struggle. Basic conceptual question. 95, then constitution. So one should follow one book on polity like D.D. Basu or P.M. Bakshi thoroughly, so that this type of question can be attempted easily. Now coming to question 96, a basic science question. This talking about the bluish color of sky is because blue has a shorter wavelength than red. This is true. Violet gets more scattered by the atmospheric particles than blue. This is true. In case the atmospheric particles are of larger size like raindrops, dirt, etc., light with shorter wavelength gets completely scattered, leaving only the larger wavelength. This is not true, because in case where the scatterer is much larger than the wavelengths, all wavelengths are scattered nearly equally. When the wavelength is much larger than the scatterer, scattering is inversely proportional to the fourth power of wavelength. So by this the third statement becomes wrong. So answer is B, 1 and 2 only. Question 97, this is about polity, simple question about Article 21 expanded scope. So Article 21 has been expanded by High Court and Supreme Courts many times. So one should read Article 21 out of all the fundamental rights more thoroughly. 98, again polity area. 99, International Money Laundering Information Network. This is a current based question. 100, India's foreign exchange reserve. So what are the correct statements regarding this? Only the third is correct, the first and second are not correct. So answer is C, 3 only. So this was all about the analysis of diagnostic test. So hope you have enjoyed the this conversation which we had with you, and hope more such events take place and the analysis can be done. Thank you very much.